Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me, those who can. What have you been up to this week? Here in northern Victoria, it's been really hot. We had a storm, when was that? Tuesday night, I think. Yeah, and a bit of rain. It's cooled down a bit, so it'd want to too. So I'm Cheryl Algie from Kerrang in northern Victoria, Australia. And I've been just wowed by all the different techniques you can do with this embossing folder. It's called the Layered Florals. I always forget the name of it. It's probably a bit hard to see in there, but it's this one. And there's just so much. You would not think you could do so much with one folder. So, and I'm also going to be using some of the retiring colours. So another reminder to all of you to grab your refills for them. I'm talking about Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party. Oh gee, my ink is a little bit low on that one. Did not realise. And Orchid Oasis. Put that where you can see it. Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky. This one. I just love these colours, but apparently we haven't got room to just keep all the colours, but there's nothing to stop you from keeping all the colours. I usually give them once they're retired. I usually give them to my granddaughters, so they think, yay, that's great, Nan, thank you. so they don't go to waste. But I've still got last year's ones. I didn't even give them to Aaliyah because when she was here at Christmas time, because I just wanted to hang on to them. But in saying that, I have not used them, so I may as well have given them to her. What I'm going to do, as I said, I'm going to use now. I'm starting with a piece of just normal basic white cardstock, and I'm going to use most of the retiring colours. I'm not going to use Starry Sky. I didn't use it on my sample one. I prefer to use the Orchid Oasis because it's a little bit purpley, a little bit closer to. That's what I didn't grab my blending brushes. In no particular order. Probably start with, it'd be the lightest one, probably the just look at my card that I already did so that I can get some sort of an idea. So I'm just going to sponge on, starting with the Parakeet Party. Start off the edge on my glass mat. Love this glass mat. You need to get yourself one, or wait until Stampin' Up! Decide if they're going to offer them to everybody. Would be good if they did. Start off the edge here. Just what I did on my other one. It's good when you've done one that you can use it as a guide. Now, I've not seen anyone do this particular technique that I'm going to show you. I did watch a fair few videos, and I got the idea from watching someone else, but it's not exactly what they used. So I'm calling it mine. I'll just leave that on there because I might need to blend some of these colours. I might actually do the Sorbet one next. I just want that, I mainly wanted that to, I'm going to start off there. I mainly wanted that to accent the little flowers. You can see that's going to be lighter now that I've tapped off a bit. Perhaps one here, it won't be exactly. I might even put it in a different spot on the embossing folder. So just put one. Maybe one here. I've got to remember to tap off. Couldn't remember whether I had or not. I don't know why I get that. Won't really matter. That textured shape there. You probably can't see that. I don't know why I'm getting that. sometimes get that. Whether it's the brush or not, I'm not sure. I don't know that I'll need to blend. I'll probably blend in with the green, if anything. I'm just going to grab, that'll be my other wipe is. I'm just going to use a baby wipe, seeing as I've got lots of colours on here. I don't want to mix them up and make a muddy mess, do I? Probably should have used my other one so it'll be dry, but the other side of this is dry enough. That'll do. Now maybe this next. This is Orchid Oasis. So I'm going to come in. I don't know if anybody's there or not. Have a look. No one that I can see anyway. And I'll come in here, I think, on there. Turn him around a bit. You can pop a block on there if you're getting colour on your hands. Just because I'm looking at my other card. Oh, must have a bit of... Anyway, I've started with a bigger piece than I need, and I've obviously got a bit of water on there somehow. Now we might go there. Up in here a bit. I haven't left any spaces there, have I, for my blue, but I might have to just go over the top. It's hard to... This is probably the hardest part of this technique. It's hard to know. Did think I'd learn a lesson and not use that, but obviously I didn't. Just mix the blue in with the green a little bit because I haven't left a lot of space for the blue. Because it's so bright, I do want a little bit of it showing. So see, I'm blending with it. What two? Blue and red make purple, I think. So you're not going to really notice too much once it's done. Looks pretty good. Maybe I'll go, oh, it's that purple bit here. I might just blend that in a bit. Blend it in a bit here. Yeah. Go with the green and just keep going over it, blending it as much or as little as you like. That'll do. Out the way. Now we're going to take, so normally when we pop this through the folder, we normally pop it through this way. So we're not going to with the colour on this side. We're going to what we call deboss it, okay? So and I want to get this where I think I turned it around, did I? Yeah, I really wanted the red to be the little flowers, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get that unless I go... No. I think when I did the other one, my first one, I looked at where the flowers were, and that's how I did it, but it's not going to matter. It's just beautiful. Now I'm going to run that through. Now we just need our base plate and our grey plate, okay? So then when we lift that out, you can see we've, looks as though it's cracked a bit or something, I don't know. Is that clean? That will matter because I want to show you a couple of other things. I think, as long as I get time. Yeah, I might just, no, I don't really need to put a bit of paper down. So I can mop up the black ink on there. Now, prepare to be wowed. You're going to take your black and you're going to rub it on the exposed areas. I just refilled my mementos. So I think you do use a lot of ink for this. I actually got the idea, I forget who, I think it was Terry Gaines that did it, and I'll show you. I did hers, which was totally different to this, but she did use the black ink over the top, and that's what gave me the idea. I think mine may have cracked a little bit, but it's all trial and error, as we know. The first one worked out perfectly. I was blown away. And then I did a couple more differently for a challenge. I used Early Espresso for a challenge for our creative carnival that we're doing starting tomorrow night. So it's an online class for demonstrators. Got to keep going until you've got, I like to get all the areas blackened. So I think it just looks, you just sort of got to rub it till you get them all there that I've missed. A bit I've missed there too. So I can see down the bottom the flowers look like they're yellow down the bottom, not so much green. A bit more up the top. Just keep going till you're happy. Be sure this would work with any dark ink. I'll show you the ones that I did for the challenge. I didn't use a whole panel, I just used a small panel because we had to go by a sketch. There we go, and I'll just that. Now my hands are all black, the desk is all black. Bring out my whiz-bang cloth to get, so, yeah, I was going to say, hopefully it's moist enough, because I haven't, I'm a bit naughty, I don't use my new stuff like I should. Just get rid of all the black off my desk. and very importantly off my hands, because you know what happens if you touch something with black on your hands, you ruin your card because it goes all over the place, doesn't it? Without tying that up too much. Now we need to cut this down to put it on our card front. I was going to let you, well I will let you guys choose. First off, you can't even see where my boo-boo was, but that side looks better. I like to chop off, I like to start with a bigger piece, then I can chop off. I start with this side first, chop that off. What have I done there? I haven't got, I must have not started with a longer piece. Well, I started with a, oh, I don't want, yeah, I don't want that. I want 13.8, don't I? Yes, I do. 13.8, because I'm going to layer this with black. That's right. I'm glad I realised my mistake before I, and sometimes they'll fall to bits, but it did happen to me once, and I just put 2 strips across the corner. I still used it. I think if we cut that piece off, that's probably the worst bit. So that's 9.5, I think. Yep. Yeah, that's for the inside and the envelope, which I won't do live today. I'll just concentrate on getting this done. This is the one I did earlier. Written down the colours, I used Melon Mambo, Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis and Parakeet Party. What have I got there? Yeah, dry embossed, yeah. So that's that one, and that's how I finished it. And I did do a bit of Wink of Stella spritzing on that one. So just very simply, but I wanted to see what this would look like with the same idea with the ribbon. But your job, now who's here? Just Sharon? Oh, hello Marilyn. Is to let me know which colour base you would like me to use. I've cut out the dies for the sentiments, and then I realised I was going to do black. So I thought I'd do black on, I mean it could go on any one, but you tell me which is your preference. So we could go sorbet, we could go Parakeet Party. Oh, that's pretty. We could go Orchid Oasis. Like that, you see that? Or we could go Tahitian Tide. What do you think? If we go sorbet, we'll have to use a different ribbon because, as you probably know, the sorbet, it's pink, it's not red. Oh, actually, I'm going to grab it because if we're going sorbet, because that's sponged on, actually it might work. Might not, might be still a bit light, but we'll have a look at it. That's if you want sorbet. So, can you quick sticks let me know? Sweet sorbet. Thanks, Sharon. I'll pop all these ones to the side then. Let's see what this ribbon looks like underneath there. I reckon it might be okay. Yep, I don't think that's too bad. It's not exactly the same. I was thinking, because I knew that it's pink and not red. why on earth we got pink and not red, who would know. But we could use this one. And I'm not sure how I'm going to put the ribbon on that, actually. Let me have a little bit of a fiddle. It might not work how I was going to do it. We'll see. Doesn't work, we won't do it. You might need to come back this way a bit. No. Come back there and then go maybe up like that. No, that looks silly. I don't know about the ribbon. Kind of needs something to make it pop though, doesn't it? Maybe, actually, maybe. Sandwich base in all of these, maybe just that. And I might just be lazy and chop that in half. I usually do two, but I might just be lazy and grab my long scissors and cut it in half. And we might forget the ribbon, or this one. See if this works. Nothing like creating on the fly, is there? There we go, I'm happy with that. Let's get this. I usually use wet glue when I've embossed. I've got another couple of techniques to show you, a few things to show you. There's only probably one or two that I will actually do because we don't want to be here forever. And I'll run through them on my launch day. I was going to save them for all these techniques for my launch day, but like the time gets away and you don't get, guys, you don't get time to look at everything. So if I do a video, well, you've got the option to go back and watch it, haven't you? So I'm going to do that. Just looking at what sparkly things I put on there, and I just realised it's looking to see that I've got that centred, and it's pretty good. Yeah, I've got the in-colour dots on there because they'll be, and I get sidetracked. I was going to say to you before, make sure that you get all your other bits and pieces if you're wanting to hang on to these retiring in colours, because this catalogue ends at the end of April, and then once people realise, what happens is they, especially the re-inkers, they all sell out within days, and you will not get them. Like, I think some people probably buy them, and I don't, but some people probably buy heaps of them and put them on eBay and make a killing. So there's that. And I think Stampin' Up should stop that and not let people buy too many, but I don't suppose they can govern that because they might stock up, you know, gradually perhaps, I don't know. But I probably need to get some more Parakeet Party because it's low, and if I give it to my granddaughters, they won't be able to use it without the re-inker to go with it, will they? Now, do we want that? I've been putting my other ones to the side, but just wondering. And you can put it over a part that you're not particularly fond of too. But maybe, where's my tweezers? Where are my tweezers? Goodness knows. Got these ones here. I'm not sure whether to put it down there. I think maybe in the centre for this one. I think that's about the centre. Hopefully it's straight. And some in colour. I have got some nice sparkly ones, so let's try and see what they look like. I'm not sure what colour to use. As I said last week, I'm not a fan of using all different ones. Oops, he's fallen out, so maybe he wants to be used. I sort of prefer to, oh, that's off a different one. That's off last year's ones. I usually prefer to use the one that goes with the base. I don't know whether that's straight or not. Let's do that one there. And these are all the same size. These are still current, so you can still get them if you want to, and if you like them, you can stock up. I don't know that I really like that. I'm wondering if just the old rhinestones, the old faithfuls, or maybe these ones, because they've got the pink in them. They might be nice. Yeah, I think I like these. But now where to put them? It's so busy, this card, that it probably doesn't really need any. But you've got to have bling. I can put that one back because I don't want to use that. You've got to have bling, don't you? I'm pretty sure that sentiment's not straight. It's going to bug me. Okay, that's okay. Then I would just to put a piece of white on the inside and just pop this across the inside. I don't stamp inside my cards anymore. And I would call that done. As long as I think that that's straight, I'm going to have to measure it. Okay, so that's those two. That over there. Those two I've showed you. Now, oh, I've got butterflies too. These, I kept forgetting about these. I lost them. I couldn't remember where they were. So let's see what a butterfly looks like. These are in the mini catalogue, and you just push them out. So, as I'd forgotten about them, I just put them on one card, and I haven't used it on any of the others. So, where are we? Back in here, I'm not quite sure where to put them, where to store them, and I don't know where the mate to that's gone. It's gone missing. And I guess the beauty of them is you don't have to cut butterflies out. You've got them already cut. So what do you think? Do we need a butterfly or not? We could have one there. Butterfly or no butterfly? I'll put it over to the side because there's such a lag that I'm not getting your responses. So we'll start with the next one. Now, didn't do my homework? Well, it's okay. I can use one side or the other. It doesn't matter with this one. So this is, if you've got some of this stuff, this is the white, hang on. The white centre 12 by 12 specialty paper. It comes in a Zero Afternoon, Berry Burst, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist and Night of Navy. So I'm going to use Fresh Freesia. Just going to run this through, same as I did the other one. Looks stunning just like that, doesn't it? But wait, there's more. So if you, and my girls, some of my girls do have some sanding blocks. This is very old. We used to have, not sure whether that one really, oh, it's that side I use. So because it's white core, this isn't the one I used. I only found these later. Let's see how good it works, how well it works, not how good it works. Oh, that's working. So if we rub off, sand off, I'm not sure whether some of my ladies got this in a paper share or not. I know Rhonda and I shared this paper, and I haven't actually used it. And when we had this folder and I was looking at all different ways I could use it, I suddenly remembered, oh wow, we've got that. Wonder if that would work. Does make a bit of a mess. But hey, we're crafters, we're used to getting messy, aren't we? Just have to be a bit careful. You don't, it's very thin, this paper, so you don't want to rip it. You would keep going for as long as you wanted. Just don't go too crazy, because I did put holes in some of mine. And that's what you're left with. I'm just going to see if my little Bertie will clean that up for me. Thank you, Bertie. Did a great job. Now with this card, I'm not going to finish this. I'm going to show you a couple of the other ones that I did the same way. And also using the, I'll have to find the name of it. I don't want to call it the wrong thing. This was all I did, and I'll show you just how I finished a couple of other cards I did with. This is the Berry Burst, and this is how I finished that. I've just sanded it off, and I've just put a sentiment and just a little bit of ribbon across there. That's retired, but I'm using it up. So, and this one I did just with some ribbon. Oh, and this is what I was just going to show you. It is the textured shimmer paper. So it's the one with the lines in it. We've got a Shaded Spruce, I had to think for a minute, Balmy Blue and white. We wouldn't use the white for this technique. We'd save that for something else. But this is how I finished this one. It's the same ribbon as I used on the other one, just trying to use it up just for samples. My girls know that I like to use things up. So there's that one. And this is the folder that goes with the zinnias, which you'll be able to get on the 5th of March. Same technique, sanded it off. I didn't really mean to do this in green because you don't have green flowers, but once I'd done it, I thought, yeah, that looks really good. I was going to use a different folder, one that had leaves or something, so that's what you could do with that. So if you're looking for ways to use up your products, there's some ideas for that. And last but not least, oh, hang on, I'm getting sidetracked. Where did I put them? I will show you some of the other ways that I've used it, and then I will show you the last technique, but I'll need to run and wash my folder straight away, so I won't finish that either. What did we think about the butterfly? No one said yes or no, so maybe they thought no. So that technique I showed you previously, this is one of the ones I did two for the challenge, but I only put one. I only put one on a photo of one up. So same technique with the sponging the colours on. That's all I did. Ran it through, and I used the deboss side to I sponged the colours on, ran it through with the colours to the debossed side, and this one I've got some paste that I coloured in with Early Espresso, and I've used the Early Espresso ink over that one, and I've used Sorbet and Lemon Lolly for my colours on that one. Used the same colours with this one. Didn't come out quite as good because I've got too much brown there, but I thought it's still a nice card. I've got that in the wrong packet now, haven't I? And yeah, for the inside and the envelopes, all I did was run this, and I ran it through so that you got the design. That may have been a mistake, but it was a happy accident. I thought, oh, I like that on that side and that side. So that's all you need to do for your, the same thing for the inside. This one I put it down the edge. You can put it down the bottom, up the top, wherever you like. Just put these away because the last technique is a bit messy and I'm going to get ink all over everything. This was, what colours did I use? I'll just, Gorgeous Grape, Azure, Parakeet Party and Melon Mambo. So that one's also using the Zinnias folder, and I've used the Parakeet Party ribbon underneath that. Same technique as before. Sponge the colours on and debossed it, and then ran the black ink, the Memento, over the top of it. And there was another one. Oh, there it is there with the inks. I'll show you that next. This was by Leanne Graff. She showed us how to do that. This one, you deboss it and then you colour it all in except the white flowers with your blends, and then you do the ink over the top. Stunning. Thankful for everyone that shared. I had one that I'd done with, coloured in with pencils. What did I do with that one? Got so many. But like, you know, you can just keep going with this folder. I don't know if I'll be able to find that now. Oh, here it is. This one, I didn't use the debossed side. I just embossed it the same. I used my colouring pencils and my blending pen, this one, for a softer look. And I've used, believe it or not, that's Flirty Flamingo, and when you use your blending pen it softens the colour. So I was really happy with how that turned out. So am I getting sidetracked? No. This one, I've got to look at the back to know what I did, because once you've done a few of these techniques you can't remember. This one, what did I do? I dry embossed it. Then I wiped Versamark gently over it, put some heat and stick, and then the gilding flakes. And I love, that's sort of a shabby chic look. I really like that too. I don't think I've done any that I don't like with this technique. Have I showed you them all? I think I pretty much have. Or what's this one? Oh, this one, I really like this too. It probably doesn't show very well on camera. I've embossed it, not debossed, embossed it with, and then I've wiped over, I think, did I? White ink sponged on. No, so I've embossed it, and then I've sponged the white ink on, let it dry, and then I've randomly, with my Versamark pad, like that, I've randomly sponged that on, and then I've used gold embossing powder, and that's on a peacock background. So I love that one too. Now the last one I wanted to show you, and I had some, what have I done with that? But I have some cardstock ready to do. Thought I did. No, perhaps I didn't. This one. Would you like me to show you what I did here? This is white ink pad direct. So before I ran it through, I used my White Craft ink pad to the debossed side, and this is what I got. I think most of you know how to do it. I'm not getting comments. Only you, Sharon. That's all that's coming through. Oh well. Yeah, so I'll just pretend that I'm doing this. So on the debossed side, which is that side, I grabbed my White Craft ink and I put that all over there. I put my piece of paper down and I ran it through, and this is what I got. It's covered all of the white. So thanks everyone that joined me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.